Hi, I'm Charles Miller, and I'm a professor here in the Environmental Health Sciences Department. Chemicals can perturb cells and turn them into cancer cells, and so that's sort of been the theme of what I worked on for the last almost 30 years here. I've had some discoveries that I'm proud of, and I've produced a lot of reagents as I've gone along in my career, a lot of molecular reagents, and I've shared them with the research community. So I have DNA all over the world now that I've made and shared with other laboratories, and cells that I've genetically engineered and shared with other laboratories. And so I think I've helped to advance science in that way, making sort of tools for people's toolboxes. We have much larger genomics and proteomics and all the other omics. And so today we can look at whole people and figure out multiple things are happening all at once. And then you superimpose the social determinants on that. And so I don't know how, my brain can't wrap around all these things that are happening all at once. But I think artificial intelligence is going to be one of the key things that can, look at thousands of variables that are interacting all at once, and perhaps sort some of this stuff out to find, separate the wheat from the chaff there. I think one of the big changes at Tulane since I've been here is that we have much more support in recent years for our faculty, much more support for our students, especially our doctoral students. And so I think we have shifted our emphasis on development of faculty and students, supporting them a lot more than we have in the past. So I think the environment is stronger in that way. The biggest feeling I have right now is one of gratitude, because I've worked with some really good people. I've had really good students over the years. The students help you make your career, so I can't do it without other people and other help. I feel like I was really fortunate to have a laboratory that I could work in and discover things and pursue what I wanted to pursue as a scientist. Having that license is tremendously good luck, really. And then I was paid to do this, so that's really being fortunate, I think. I like to fish, and I want to fish more. It's always kind of frustrating on a nice day when I know the tides are right and the sun's right and the wind's down and everything's right, but I've got a curriculum committee meeting or something like that I have to attend instead. And so now I can take off and fish on days that will probably be more productive. The fish, the little black one there, is a state record striped bass, or white bass rather. That was a fish I caught sort of on accident. I had been duck hunting over in the Pearl River, and the ducks weren't flying that day, and so I had my fly rod stuck in my kayak, and I pulled it out and started fishing a little bit, and I got into a whole school of those things. And I would catch one. I had a little, real lightweight fly rod it would just bend it in like a U, because they were pull really hard. And so I would catch one, it would take me hook one, it would take like 5 or 10 minutes to get them in, because it's a real light rod, and I didn't want to break it, pull too hard or anything. So I caught these fish, and one of them got up under the seat of my kayak. and I couldn't get it out, and it was flopping around there, and so I threw that in my ice bag. I said, well, I'm going to take this one home and we'll cook it for dinner. And so we cooked it for dinner, and as we were eating it, I said, I wonder what the record for this fish is. And that fish weighed over 4 pounds, and so it turned out that the record was only about 2 pounds for that fish, and so it was like twice the size of the state record, and we had eaten it for dinner. And so I went back out there and caught this one, and so it was almost 4 pounds. So I have the #1 white bass on a fly in the state of Louisiana.